Welcome back to the channel Coins. Today we are diving deep into one of the most talked about and most misunderstood coins in American history, the Liberty Coin series, with a powerful focus on the mysterious 1976 Liberty coin and why collectors around the world believe some examples are worth an unbelievable amount of money, including shocking figures reaching up to $787,976.9 in rare cases. Stay with me till the end, because this story is not just about a coin, it is about history, rarity, mistakes, demand, and how ordinary people sometimes unknowingly hold extraordinary treasure. Liberty coins are not just currency, they are symbols of freedom, identity, and the American dream. From the early days of the United States, the image of Lady Liberty represented hope, strength, independence, and progress. These coins were designed not only to be used in daily trade but also to tell the story of a growing nation. Over the decades, Liberty appeared on many famous coins, including Liberty head cents, Liberty nickels, standing Liberty quarters, and later modern commemorative issues. Every version has its own story, its own fan base, and its own market value. Now let us come to the year 1976, a very special year in American history. This was the bicentennial year, marking 200 years of independence. To celebrate this milestone, the United States Mint released special designs for quarters, half dollars, and dollar coins featuring unique reverse artwork. Many of these coins were minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, and this is where the 1976 D coin enters the spotlight. The D Mint mark represents the Denver Mint, and while millions were produced, not all of them are the same, and this is where value begins to rise. Most people think if a coin is old it must be valuable, but that is not always true. Value comes from rarity, condition, errors, metal composition, and demand. The 1976 D Liberty-related coins are common in circulated condition and usually worth face value or slightly more. However, collectors are not hunting ordinary pieces, they are hunting perfection and mistakes that escaped the mint. Some 1976 D coins were struck with incredible detail, sharp lines, and flawless surfaces. These high-grade examples, especially those graded MS-67 or higher by professional grading services, can sell for thousands of dollars. And when we talk about error coins, the story becomes even more exciting. Double die strikes, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, missing mint marks, and wrong planchet errors all exist within the 1976 D issues, and these errors are the reason some coins reach jaw-dropping prices. There are recorded cases where extremely rare Liberty-related coins from special years and error categories have sold for hundreds of thousands of dollars, and while the figure $787,976.9 represents the upper extreme, often linked to unique specimens, prototype strikes, or legendary private sales, it shows what is possible when rarity, history, and collector demand collide. Serious collectors are willing to pay almost any price to own a one-of-a-kind piece. The history behind Liberty coins adds another powerful layer of value. Lady Liberty has changed her appearance many times over the years, reflecting the cultural and political mood of America. Early Liberty designs were classical and inspired by ancient Greece and Rome. Later versions became bolder, more modern, and more symbolic. By the time of the bicentennial era, Liberty was no longer just a face but an idea celebrated through design changes and national pride. The 1976 D coins were produced during a time of massive public interest. Millions of Americans saved these coins thinking they would become valuable, but most saved average examples. What collectors want today are coins that were stored perfectly, never cleaned, never damaged, and never mishandled. Cleaning a coin even gently can destroy its value, and this is one of the biggest mistakes people make when they think they have something rare. If you believe you own a special Liberty coin from 1976 D, the first step is inspection. Look closely at the date, the mint mark, the edges, the weight, and the design details. Use a magnifying glass and check for doubling, missing elements, or unusual marks. Next step is preservation. Never clean the coin, store it in a protective holder away from moisture and heat. The final and most important step is professional grading. Only certified coins reach top market prices. The current market for Liberty coins is stronger than ever. Interest in physical assets is rising. Collectors are moving away from digital investments and returning to tangible history. Auction houses report increased demand, especially for high-grade and error coins. Prices fluctuate, but top pieces continue to break records, proving that rare coins are not just collectibles, they are long-term assets. What makes Liberty coins emotionally valuable is the connection people feel when holding them. This coin may have passed through the hands of soldiers, workers, families, and Dreamers, it survived wars, economic crises, and social change. Every scratch tells a story, and every untouched surface preserves history. The dream of finding a rare coin worth a fortune is real, but it requires knowledge, patience, and honesty. Many viral stories exaggerate values, but true high prices are achieved only by exceptional coins. Do not be discouraged if your coin is not worth millions, because even modest value coins are important pieces of history and a great starting point for any collector. As collectors, we are not just chasing money, we are protecting history, learning from the past, and passing these stories to the next generation. Liberty coins remind us where we came from and why freedom matters. This is why demand will never disappear. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Liberty coins and the legendary 1976 D issue, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel Coins, where we uncover hidden value, real history, and the truth behind rare money. Drop a comment below if you want a full video on error identification, grading tips, or real auction stories. Your support keeps this journey alive, and remember, always check your change, because sometimes history is hiding in your pocket. Today we are diving into one of the most fascinating and mysterious stories in the world of rare money, the legendary Liberty coins that changed ordinary people into collectors and collectors into millionaires. Many people hold old coins without realizing what they actually own, and that one small mistake could cost them a fortune. Today we will talk about Liberty coins with special focus on the early 80s era, especially around 1982, a year that quietly became important in modern numismatic history. Liberty coins are not just metal, they are symbols of freedom, power, and national identity, minted during times when craftsmanship mattered more than speed and quality was valued over quantity. Every line, every curve, and every detail on a Liberty coin tells a story of America's past, when coins were designed to last for generations, not just for circulation but for legacy. The Liberty design first appeared in different forms across multiple denominations, from cents to silver, dollars, and gold pieces, and collectors all over the world search for these coins because some versions are extremely rare, especially those with minting errors, limited runs, or transitional metal compositions. And this is where the year 1982 becomes very interesting. 1982 was a turning point year for coin production due to rising metal costs. The United States Mint was transitioning materials and minting methods, and during such transitions rare varieties are born. Many collectors overlook this year because it does not sound old, but experienced numismatists know that age is not everything. Rarity, condition, and story matter far more. Some Liberty-style coins and Liberty-inspired mintings connected to transitional periods have surfaced over the years with unusual weight, composition, or strike quality, and when such coins appear in pristine condition, they shock the market. Collectors have paid astonishing prices, not because the coin is common but because it should not exist the way it does. High-grade Liberty coins associated with rare minting circumstances have reached values that stunned even seasoned experts. Auction results have crossed into hundreds of thousands of dollars for specific examples with perfect strikes, original luster, and verified grading. Some exceptional Liberty-related pieces have reached figures approaching $700,000 in elite auctions when everything aligns: rarity, condition, demand, and historical importance. Imagine holding a coin that looks ordinary at first glance, but under magnification reveals characteristics that separate it from millions of others. This is how hidden treasures are discovered. People have found such coins in old collections, inherited boxes, and even forgotten drawers. The difference between a 10-cent coin and a life-changing discovery is knowledge. Liberty coins attract serious investors because they are finite. No more will ever be made, and demand continues to rise as global collectors enter the market. Every year fewer top-quality examples remain available as they are locked away in private vaults and museums, making surviving specimens even more valuable. Condition plays a massive role. A Liberty coin from the early 80s era or earlier with sharp details, full mint luster, no cleaning marks, and professional grading can multiply its value dramatically. A coin graded at the highest levels is not just currency, it becomes an asset. Many people make the mistake of cleaning old coins, which destroys value instantly. Collectors want originality, natural toning, and untouched surfaces. Even fingerprints can reduce value, so if you ever suspect you have a rare Liberty coin, the best action is to protect it and seek professional evaluation. The market for Liberty coins is driven by emotion, history, and competition. Wealthy collectors compete for the finest known examples, and when two serious bidders want the same coin, prices explode. This is how shocking numbers appear seemingly overnight. Another factor is storytelling. A Liberty coin Connected to a historical shift, economic change, or minting transition becomes more desirable. Collectors are not just buying metal, they are buying a moment. Frozen in time coins from transitional years like 1982 are closely examined because mistakes happen during change and mistakes create legend. Some varieties remain undiscovered, waiting in private hands, and every year new discoveries still occur. This is why you should never underestimate any old coin, especially Liberty-themed designs. Knowledge turns pocket change into power. If you enjoy learning about rare coins, hidden value, and market secrets, this channel Coins is made for you. We bring history, value, and opportunity together in one place. Today we are diving deep into one of the most talked about modern-era Liberty-related coins that collectors are quietly hunting, the 1988 D Liberty coin, a piece that many people have spent without realizing what they had in their hands. This coin comes from a time when American coinage was transitioning in quality, minting techniques and unnoticed varieties were slipping into circulation, making today's market far more exciting than most people imagine. The year 1988 was not an ordinary year for U.S. coin production, and the Denver Mint played a crucial role in producing millions of coins that would later become important to collectors. The D Mint mark tells us this coin was struck in Denver, a mint known for strong strikes but also known for rare anomalies that only trained eyes can detect, and that is where the real value begins to emerge. What makes Liberty coins so powerful in the collecting world is not just metal or age but symbolism. Liberty represents freedom, resilience, and national identity, and coins carrying Liberty imagery or tied to Liberty-era designs always attract long-term collector demand. Even modern-date Liberty-connected coins can rise dramatically in value when condition, rarity, and demand align. The 1988 D issue gained attention years later when collectors began identifying unusual die characteristics, strike variations, and condition rarity examples, especially in high mint state grades. While millions were made, only a very small percentage survived in flawless or near flawless condition, and those are the coins that now command strong prices in the market today. Average circulated examples may appear common and trade close to face value, but uncirculated examples tell a very different story, especially when certified by professional grading services. Pristine strikes, sharp details, and full original luster dramatically change the market value. Some high-grade examples have reached values around $0.78796767 and higher depending on grade. I appeal and demand, and that may not sound like much to beginners, but for a coin that once cost 1 cent, this represents an extraordinary increase, and that is exactly why collectors pay attention. The true excitement comes from the possibility of rare varieties, slight die misalignments, doubled elements, weak strikes, or unusual surface textures. These details are invisible to most people but instantly recognizable to experienced collectors, and when found they can turn an ordinary-looking 1988 D Liberty-related coin into something worth far more than expected, sometimes even hundreds or thousands depending on the specific variety and condition. History also plays a powerful role. Coins from the late 20th century are now entering a new phase where nostalgia meets scarcity. People who grew up in the 1980s are now serious collectors, and demand for coins from that era continues to rise while supply of top-quality examples shrinks every year due to damage, loss, and circulation. Where collectors today are not just buying coins, they are preserving history, and the 1988 D Liberty coin represents a snapshot of American minting during a time of economic change, technological advancement, and renewed interest in numismatics. This historical connection adds emotional value, which often translates directly into market value. If you have old coins stored in jars, drawers, or boxes, this is your reminder to look again. Examine mint marks, check condition, and never underestimate modern coins. Rarity does not always come from age, sometimes it comes from survival and awareness, and many valuable coins are still hiding in plain sight. The market continues to evolve, auction results fluctuate, and collector interest grows stronger each year, especially for coins that combine Liberty symbolism, Denver Mint origin, and high-grade preservation. This is why knowledgeable collectors continue to search for 1988 D examples, hoping to discover that one exceptional piece that stands above the rest. As values continue to climb slowly but steadily, patience becomes the greatest tool in a collector's hands. Holding the right coin at the right time can transform a simple find into a meaningful investment, and coins like this prove that you do not need ancient gold to build a valuable collection. This is why at Coins we always say knowledge is more valuable than metal. Understanding what you own, how to protect it, and when to sell makes all the difference in this fascinating world of numismatics. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1988 D Liberty coin and want more stories where everyday coins reveal extraordinary value, make sure to stay connected with Coins, because the next valuable discovery could already be in your pocket. Today you are about to hear one of the most powerful and eye-opening stories in the entire world of American numismatics. This is the complete deep dive into top Liberty coins with special focus on the legendary 2011 Liberty issue, its current market demand, its unbelievable valuation stories, and why collectors around the world are hunting these coins right now like never before. Liberty coins are not just metal, they are symbols of freedom, power, and American identity from the earliest days of the United States. The image of Liberty has represented independent strength and hope, and that is exactly why Liberty coins continue to dominate the collector market even today. Every serious collector knows that when Liberty appears on a coin, value, history, and emotion come together. The Liberty design has evolved over time, but the soul of the coin has remained the same: flowing hair, strong facial features, and confident posture. Liberty coins were designed to remind people that freedom must always be protected, and when you hold one of these coins you are literally holding a piece of national philosophy in your hand. Now let us talk about why Liberty coins are exploding in value in the current market. The answer is simple: scarcity, condition, and demand. Modern investors are no longer just buying gold or stocks, they are buying history, coins that tell a story, and Liberty coins tell one of the greatest stories ever minted. Among these coins, one date has recently captured massive attention: 2011 the Denver Mint issue. This coin shocked collectors because many people ignored it at first. Circulation was limited compared to expectations, and high-grade examples are extremely rare, especially coins with sharp strikes, clean fields, and untouched surfaces. The 2011 Liberty coin entered the market quietly, but over time collectors realized something important: very few pristine examples exist, many were mishandled. Many entered circulation and many were stored improperly. This created a silent rarity, and silent rarities are the most dangerous for the market because prices rise fast when collectors wake up. Today the current market value of top-grade Liberty coins, including rare 2011 examples, has reached astonishing levels. Auction records, private sales, and collector trades have shown numbers that surprise even veteran numismatists. Some exceptional specimens have been discussed at values reaching $0.7, 87.97, 66 depending on condition, certification, and demand timing. Yes, you heard that right, figures close to $700,000 are not fantasy in the Liberty coin world. When the right coin meets the right buyer at the right moment, history becomes money and metal becomes legacy. The reason Liberty coins are worth so much is not hype, it is mathematics: limited supply, growing demand, and global interest. Collectors from Asia, Europe, and the Middle East are now competing with American buyers, and this international pressure pushes prices higher every year. Another powerful factor is grading. A Liberty coin graded at the highest level becomes a trophy coin. It is not just owned, it is displayed, talked about, and passed down. These coins become centerpieces of elite collections, and once locked away they rarely return to the open market. The 2011 Liberty coin is especially interesting because it represents modern minting with classical symbolism. It connects the past with the present, and collectors love that bridge between eras. It feels modern yet historic, and that combination drives emotional buying. History also plays a massive role. Liberty coins have survived wars, economic crashes, political changes, and technological revolutions. Each coin is a silent witness to American history, and collectors do not just buy coins, they buy survival stories. Another reason values continue to rise is fear of missing out. Once a few high-profile sales occur, the market reacts quickly. New buyers rush and prices jump, and suddenly yesterday's affordable coin becomes tomorrow's unreachable dream. This has already happened with many Liberty issues. Smart collectors are now searching their old collections, family inheritances, and forgotten storage boxes because treasures are still being discovered. Many people do not even realize what they own, and that is why Liberty coin stories continue to shock the world. If you own a Liberty coin, especially a 2011 example, you should protect it, store it properly, avoid cleaning, and consider professional grading because one small detail can mean the difference between thousands and hundreds of thousands. Liberty coins are not just investments, they are legacy assets. They move from generation to generation, gaining value, meaning, and respect over time, and as modern currency loses emotional connection, Liberty coins gain it. The future outlook for top Liberty coins is extremely strong. Experts believe demand will continue to grow as younger collectors enter the market, and as historical appreciation increases, Liberty coins are positioned as long-term value holders. This is why at Coins we always say, learn before you sell, research before you trade, and never underestimate the power of history in your hand, because one coin can change everything. If you enjoyed this deep, long-form Liberty coin story, stay connected with Coins, where real value meets real history, and remember, the next treasure might already be in your pocket. Today we are diving deep into one of the most talked about and most searched topics in the coin collecting world, the Liberty coin that shocked collectors, surprised investors, and quietly climbed in value while many people were not even paying attention. This is not just a coin, this is a story of freedom, legacy, rarity, and serious money. When people hear the word Liberty in American coinage, they usually think of old silver pieces from the 1800s, but what many do not realize is that modern Liberty coins have started writing their own powerful chapter in history. The Liberty design represents freedom, independence, strength, and national identity, and that symbolism alone already makes these coins desirable. But when you combine symbolism with limited minting, collector demand, and market movement, you get something far more interesting. The 2017 Liberty issue instantly became a talking point in the numismatic community. It was released in a time when collectors were hungry for something bold, something different, something that connected the modern era with classic American ideals. The design captured attention immediately. Liberty was not just a static figure, it was powerful, modern, and commanding, a reminder that liberty evolves with time but never loses its meaning. What makes the 2017 Liberty coin especially fascinating is how quickly it transitioned from a collector item into a serious investment conversation. At release, many people saw it as just another commemorative style issue. Some bought one, some passed, and some completely ignored it. That is often how the most valuable stories begin. Quietly. As months turned into years, collectors began noticing something important. The availability was shrinking. Many coins were locked away in collections. High-grade examples became harder to find. Demand slowly increased while supply stayed tight. This is the exact formula that creates value in the coin market. Market watchers started tracking auction results. Prices that once seemed stable began to move upward. Certified examples in top condition became the most desired. This is where serious money enters the picture. Coins are not just metal, they are condition, originality, and timing. The Liberty coin carries emotional value as well. Collectors are not only buying gold or silver, they are buying the idea of liberty itself. That emotional connection pushes demand higher, especially among long-term collectors who care about legacy rather than quick flips. Some rare Liberty issues connected to this era have reached astonishing figures in private sales and high-end auctions. Numbers approaching hundreds of thousands of dollars are no longer shocking when rarity, condition, and demand align perfectly. Figures like $787,976.5 are discussed in elite circles when exceptional examples surface, especially those with flawless preservation and strong certification. The history behind Liberty coins adds another layer of value. Liberty has appeared on American coinage for over a century, evolving through different artistic styles and historical moments. Each era reflects the mindset of the nation at that time. The modern Liberty design continues that tradition, bridging the past and the future. Collectors today are smarter than ever. They research population reports. They study market cycles. They understand that modern coins can become tomorrow's legends if the conditions are right. The 2017 Liberty coin sits right in that conversation. It represents a turning point where modern minting meets classic collecting psychology. Another important factor is global demand. American Liberty coins are not only collected in the United States. International buyers see them as symbols of stability and freedom. This global interest adds pressure to supply and supports long-term value growth. Condition plays a massive role. Coins preserved in pristine state, untouched surfaces, sharp details, and strong eye appeal command a premium. Once a coin is damaged, cleaned, or mishandled, its story changes forever. That is why experienced collectors treat Liberty coins with extreme care. The future outlook for Liberty coins remains strong. As new collectors enter the market, they often look for recognizable names and powerful designs. Liberty checks both boxes. It is familiar, respected, and historically significant. That makes it a safe harbor in an unpredictable collectibles market. What many people regret most is not buying when they had the chance. Coin history is filled with stories of pieces that were once affordable and later became untouchable. The Liberty coin path shows many of the same warning signs that past legendary coins displayed before their major price explosions. This is why education matters. Understanding why a coin matters is just as important as knowing what it costs. Value follows knowledge, patience, and timing. Liberty coins reward all three. As we look ahead, the Liberty legacy continues. Whether you are a collector, an investor, or someone just discovering the world of coins, this story proves one thing clearly. Coins are not small objects. They are powerful assets carrying history, art, and value in the palm of your hand. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Liberty coins and their rising market power, stay connected with the Coins channel. Here we uncover stories others overlook, values others underestimate, and history others forget.